program that's promoting wellness and reducing the stigmas and shame associated with addiction. Dr. Meredith Sjogren, a clinical professor of nursing at UND, joins us this morning to talk about the award-winning Don't Quit the Quit program.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Welcome.
Yes, thanks so much for having me.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about this. You lead this program, Don't Quit the Quit.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to show that cute bag that you have, but this is the graphic behind us here on this nice bag that you brought. But tell us about the program and why it's needed in this region.
Yeah, I think the first thing I'd like to explain is the title of our program. We get a lot of questions about what Don't Quit the Quit means, and essentially what we're trying to do is put supports into place so that women who have quit using substances are not quitting. So we want to encourage them to maintain their recovery and support them in that recovery. So our program, we started in early 2020, right when COVID was getting started. And we really have three focuses of our program. We are working on access, education, and support. And our program's been focused primarily in rural North Dakota, and access to providers, both for obstetric care as well as treatment for substance use disorders, can be pretty tricky. We might have to travel a really long ways to get those services. So we have been working with clinics and providers to become waivered to prescribe medications to treat opioid use disorder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then the second piece, which is probably my first love, coming from the world of academia, is education. And we are focusing on community education as well as education for moms who are in recovery. And we're doing that by offering free monthly webinars and training just a whole bunch of staff across the state. And then we're building community support. And to do that, pretty unique, we have been supporting training for postpartum doulas, who are community members who will remain in their communities to provide support to families as they transition to parenthood.
Wow.
Yeah.
All since 2020.
All since 2020. We're about a year and a half in.
That is incredible.
Yes, it's gone fast.
And you mean your passion, you can just see that. So, and you're leading the way.
Yes.
So, what are some of the ways that Don't Quit the Quit collaborates with other organizations?
Yeah, this has been a true community effort. So our grant work is supported by the Foundation for Opioid Response Efforts in collaboration with the University of North Dakota.
Okay.
And then our two main community collaborators are the Heartview Foundation out of Bismarck. They also have a branch up in Candu. And then probably the most unique collaboration we have is the work that we're doing with North Dakota WIC. And it has been such an honor to be able to work with WIC. I don't think people are very much aware of everything that WIC does in our communities, and especially our rural communities. And they truly can fill that gap. They provide that continuity of care for women and families when they're in that perinatal period.
Wow, that is, And, with addiction comes a stigma.
You're correct.
What kind of role does that play in
you hit
addressing that? Yeah.
Yes, I would say that's probably one of, in addition to providing community education, we are working so hard to reduce the stigma that all persons with substance use disorders tend to experience. Stigma is the #1 barrier to treatment, to recovery, and to just seeking care. It comes with just a lot of misinformation that's out there, especially when we talk about women in that perinatal period. So everything we do includes education about reducing the stigma that women and families are experiencing.
So then how does the community support and education play a role into, taking that stigma away and addressing it?
Yeah. All of us, especially when we grew up in North Dakota, we're products of our communities. And so we've all grown up with certain beliefs, certain values, things that are just part of us. And so when we look at the impact that stigma has, we always have to remember that there's 3 to 4 people and organizations, entities that are involved in how that stigma comes to be. So when we have a person who has a substance use disorder and is seeking care, we're talking about the experiences that they have coming into treatment. We're looking at the institution where they're receiving that care, and we're really talking about the whole culture of the community where they're seeking care. So we can't change the stigma for a person unless we address the community, we address the care providers, so that we can all work on decreasing that stigma to be there.
So where are these services available for Don't Quit the Quit?
So we have actually had an expansion in our short time.
Wow.
We started out, we're really in this north central to northeastern North Dakota. So if you looked at our county expansion, we go from Bottineau County all the way over to Pembina County, McHenry County, all the way over to Grand Forks County. So we just expanded and added 4 counties. So we're in this 12 county region. And we currently have 7 clinic systems who are participating with us on the program. And then all of the WIC agencies in those counties are also participating in our program.
Wow, that is incredible. And we only have a little bit of time left, but I know that you were honored.
We were, yes.
And named,
yes.
What was it?
We received the Phoenix Award.
Recovery Champion Award, and Governor Doug Burgum and First Lady Catherine Burgum presented that to you. So how was that?
It was just such an honor, such a surprise and such an honor to be recognized. And I really love that they were able to recognize the collaboration that we have with North Dakota WIC. And as we all know, the First Lady has done such a great job of trying to reduce the stigma surrounding substance use disorders, which just marries so well with the work that we're trying to do on Don't Quit the Quit. So to be recognized for that and to be able to show the collaboration that we have in our community was just phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, and it's amazing, everything that you're doing. I mean, this is, already taking the stigma away, and just the more and more we can talk about it.
Yes.
And be aware of it. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Mary
our mothers deserve our support for sure.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Very much. Thank you.
Coming up on today's show, ways to embrace the cold and stay active this winter. Our Sanford Health pediatrician is in next.